Okay, I'm rolling here, and what I'd like you to do, Rebecca, is tell us a little bit about the foundation and your project here in Oaxaca.
Okay, well, Megan House Animal Shelter is my attempt to help the animals of Oaxaca. And that includes burros, cats, birds, and puppies. Dogs are considered very important here. And most people don't fix their animals. And so what happens is females get pregnant and then they throw them out with the garbage.
So this would be, an equivalent in the U.S. would be like an animal shelter, but it's unusual to find that here in Oaxaca.
There have been some attempts, but it just hasn't really happened yet. Although there's a couple of groups in town now that are starting to work on legislation to try to change legislation for animal welfare in Oaxaca. I've been fortunate that I've been taken on by or sponsored by the International Community Foundation.
And that's Cheryl's project, correct?
And that's based in San Diego. And so they offer me a 501c3 so I can receive donations in the States to help with the animal. So what we're doing with the money is building a kennel, house these little critters, and we build a kennel, pay for food, medicine. Eventually I want to buy my vet a truck because right now he's driving this vehicle that's held together with baling wire, essentially. And I couldn't do this without him. He comes here almost every day. In the States, you take your dogs and your animals to the clinic for care. And here, Luciano is a traveling vet, so he comes in his truck and we do surgery. In fact, in the past couple of months, we've done 2 surgeries out in the field, one on a burro with a broken leg and one on a burro that had to have a cesarean.
She squeaks a lot.
So he's, I guess, the equivalent of the old country vet.
Well, how is the project accepted in the community? Do you feel like you have community support for this?
I do. A lot of people, there's an awful lot of people that care about animals. They just don't know what to do.
Or they don't have the resources for what you can do. So that's where the foundation. And can you again tell us about the origin of your foundation? It has a special name.
Okay, it's called, hi Bubs, it's called Megan House Foundation or Megan House Animal Center. And it's named after my German Shepherd that I moved from the States with, and she died last year. And I always start to cry when I talk about her.
Well, you obviously have a lot of compassion, and I would consider you an extraordinary woman doing extraordinary things planet-wide. So thanks so much for telling us your story. And if people want to help out, they can go right to the foundation homepage,
You can go to Megan House at ICF, International Community Foundation, and then that'll take you to my web page. Eventually we'll have a website.
Is that ICF.com?
ICF, I think it's just Megan House. If you just Google or Yahoo Megan House ICF.
Yes, actually I did that earlier today and it came right up. So.
Oh, you get them. Vaccinate and find homes for all of the puppies and the adult dogs as well. And so far we're about, what would you say, 90% successful.
More, way more.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Way more.
Yeah.
I mean, we've only kept like 2 or 3 dogs out of 600.
Yeah, that's true. The burros are a little bit harder to place.
Well, this is Lanny Mulerath, and I am here with Cheryl Hammond, who has some really exciting projects that she's put together from the States. We are here in beautiful Oaxaca, though, and I'm fortunate enough to have her as my neighbor while I'm here for the week. So I thought I'd grab this moment to find out what Cheryl has to say about her projects, helping people worldwide.
Okay, well, I'm here visiting Oaxaca this week as well, and one of our favorite projects here that I was involved in starting up was the Megan House Animal Center, and that's basically an animal welfare organization that we're developing and forming to help stray animals, both with rescuing them, and Rebecca's already told you all this, so why don't I start
Yeah,
over?
and I had a chance to get some video of Rebecca earlier today, so that'll be a really nice tie-in.
Okay.
Great.
So the reason that, and really my role has been, I'm involved with the International Community Foundation, which is based in San Diego, and what we do is we really support charities outside of the U.S., and our key strength is that we can provide a connection between U.S. Donors that want to support organizations internationally, and what we do is, and this is what we did with Megan House, is we formed a charity here in Mexico, and because it's an official charity in Mexico, through the foundation, we can raise money in the United States where people can make a tax-deductible contribution in the United States to support a charity in Mexico, for instance, the Megan House. So the beauty of that is that, if you wanted to support the Megan House directly in their animal rescue efforts, you would not be able to get a tax deduction. But going through the International Community Foundation, we do all of the due diligence on all types of charities, primarily in Mexico now, but we have some in China and other parts of Latin America. But we do the due diligence, and we ensure that the funds that are going outside the U.S. are used appropriately, in the other countries.
So there's a lot of controls in the organization.
Yes, exactly.
Well, it sounds to me like in your work you have a great sense of contribution.
Oh yeah, I think I retired from AT&T after 22 years, and 18 of it I worked in Latin America. And so this is a great opportunity for me to give something back. This is a volunteer. I'm vice chair of the organization right now, and I will be the incoming chair starting in June. And so I see this as really a great opportunity for me to make a different type of impact in Latin America particularly, and even more so in Mexico. My sister's here living in Oaxaca, and we have some other property in other parts of Mexico. So it's a way to really make a difference in a community and give something back. And the foundation's really interesting. It really has a large presence in Baja, actually, a lot of ecological projects. We do a lot of health projects and a lot of education, productive employment in small communities. We have several projects here in Oaxaca through different groups. So I really see it as just it's really rewarding, and it's really, particularly just my personal involvement in helping Rebecca get the Megan House set up. That has been a real learning experience for me, because, there's a lot of challenges to, try to do something like that in Mexico. There's a lot of different, bureaucratic challenges,
and cross-cultural changes,
cross-cultural, and so, but I really believe that it's making a difference, and it's very satisfying to me that I can have a role in that.
Well, it sounds like an extraordinary adventure, and I consider you an extraordinary woman for undertaking this. So thanks a lot, Cheryl. And what's the name of the website that I can put right at the end of this video, too?
International Community Foundation, and then it would be Friends of Funds, and then the Megan House Animal Center would be the animal organization here in Oaxaca.
All right, thank you.